A Junktilda video. It has been a long time since I've done anything in here, mainly because this 2023 is flying by me at a rapid rate. Because I was like making Junktilda videos and I'm like, well, I don't want to flood my channel with a whole bunch of Junktilda videos. I want to do other projects and, make sure I keep my audience engaged in different ways. And then boom, it is 3 months later and I haven't done another video. So here I am junking it up. That's some wrapping paper that's been kicking around on my floor, and it's Dollar Tree special. So I just said, you know what, it's going down. It's going down. We're getting right rid of it. We're just going to glue it down in here. And I have some really neat things to add from my recent Happy Mails, which you will see. And we have been, we have just been busy, which is why my videos have been sparse in the last, or non-existent in the last few weeks. It's just been too much. And I got onto a tea dyeing spree, and when I was tea dyeing, my desk was covered in the stuff that I was gonna tea dye, which I was doing upstairs. So yeah, it's been a time. I'll tell you, it's been a time. So this is also some more of that Dollar Tree wrapping paper. My Elmer's glue sticks have been kind of like, when they start releasing all the big chunks. I don't like that. And these few that I used today have been kind of chunky. I wonder if it's because I bought them a couple of years ago. Like, I wonder if this stuff really does reach a point, because who knows how long it sat in the warehouse before that. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to throw those papers in, and I still have some more of that zigzaggy stuff. This is from Easter. Today is Easter Sunday, and this came from one of the Easter baskets. The first year I didn't make them, and I don't know, I guess it went over well. Whatever happened, But I really liked this design. So this is like a card piece. I was going to do it as a flap, but then I said, you know what, I'm going to just glue it in because it's kind of thick, and if I did it as a flap, the page would just keep flapping, It just keeps bending the page. You know what I mean. If you've done it before, you know what I mean. So I said, well, I'll just glue it on here and do a little spread of spring Eastery goodness. I don't know how springy Eastery it is, but I got some stickers there from Janet Nash that I'm going to use. And this came from Kathy at Kathy's World a while back. She sent me a whole bunch of stuff. Looking through the magazine images, see if there's anything that I can fussy cut for this, but Christmas cookies aren't really, they're not going to work. So I put those with my magazine images, and then I put the book pages with the other stuff up there to go with my book pages. So yeah, this is a little envelope from Defy. They send out your winnings, and then you get a little envelope with a card and usually a little flower in it. So this ends up being my springy Defy page. I attended their auction yesterday, and I grabbed a few goodies, and I won a giveaway, which is really awesome. So I'm just writing down that it's Defy, and that way I'll know when I open that little envelope that it's got goodies. I have got a lot of junk in that basket, though. We have got to do something with the junk in that basket. I mean, all kinds of stuff. So luckily, the Happy Mail that I received from our lovely Janet VB, she sent me a whole bunch of painting papers, and they are very springy. Because the flowers, they are springy the way I see it. So I'm going to use up some of my Janet papers. And I really like this aloe plant, or whatever kind of succulent it's supposed to be. And to me, with what I have right here available on my desk, this is a springy plant. So I could go searching for the proper flowers in my stash, but it would take forever. I'm really trying to use the stuff in my basket and the stuff I have in Happy Mail folders instead of going looking through my stash, even though it wouldn't be a big deal if I did. I have plenty of stuff in my stash, but you know, I have enough stuff here accumulated specifically for these books so I can try and use some of that up. But I can always take some of my nicer pictures and go through later on and just embellish pages with those pictures. I decide to grab this paint and do some like you know, edge painting on that page right there in a color that's totally contrasting to Janet's painty paper. And I didn't have my spray bottle, so I couldn't put water in it, but I do later on. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just messy painting. Just messy painting right there. Just want to hide the lines. I don't know why I want to hide the lines so bad, but I do. And put my plant there, so now the lines aren't behind it. I don't know why. It's just a big deal to me. I don't know why. Those cards, I don't know. I don't know where they came from, honestly. If you sent them to me, thank you. Or my aunt might have sent them. She sent a bunch of big plants like that to me from AliExpress many moons ago for a birthday or something. And that might be from her, but it's like a card. It's really nice. You could use it for card making to embellish one. I have another one of these if I wanted to do that. These are some Janet Nash stickers. They come all the way from the UK. So this is my springy spread, and I'm doing springy dingy here. And then I decide to use that music paper piece of it for, you know, to edge the top edge to hide those lines for whatever unknown bizarro reason. And I am also going to double duty this paper and use it as a page tab too. So you'll see, y'all, you will see it is some funky pickles. So yeah, page tabs. And I'm going to start putting more tabs, and I'm going to embellish that tab. I have some little tiny beaded you know, like little charmy things, and I might put one in there with a bulb pin because I don't use that stuff often, you know. I think that would be fun. You know, I want to add some interest and some dangly thingies from these books. I love when the outside is just as much of artwork as the inside, you know, just to look at the book itself. So I really get into these stickers. They're just too cute. I put some bees in my plant there. They're just pollinating my succulent. I don't know if they need pollination, but they're getting it. So yeah, flip to a blank page. Let's go again. I had some kind of paint goo. I don't know what happened. Must have been from on my painty paper bender, because I really, you know, I really went nuts there for a while painting papers. So yeah, I decide to start going on another blank page. This book has not been used much. You were there for her creation, and now she is, you know, she's in full swing. So we have a lot of empty pages. I only have a half a dozen or so pages that have anything on them. So we got to get it going in this because it's already frickin' April. Oh my God, it's already Easter. Like, where did this year, where is the time just flying by to? Where is it going? I hope everyone had a wonderful Easter. We had a little Easter egg hunt in the front yard, and we had a ham dinner, and that meal tasted delicious. So yeah, I'm really, you know, when there's a good meal on a holiday, it's a good holiday. And today was a good meal, and I'm grateful for this day. Sorry, my phone is ringing, and it's for my husband. Those came from some highlighters I got. The highlighters I got were old, so that packaging there is old. So I make it into a pocket. We're gonna tuck things in there. I gotta start doing, that's my daughter. She got a homework pass and she's like, Mom, I'm never gonna not do my homework. So do you want this? Because they only get homework once in a while, and they only get homework when it's stuff that they need some help on, which I really agree with. I don't understand why you have to send work home every single day, when you can just send it home at a time that they're struggling and they need a little extra practice. Because to be honest, they do get the time to practice in the school. I don't think I'm any smarter for having done homework every single night throughout my entire school career, so I don't understand that. That is some tissue paper I've really been milking. I think it came in a gift. I've really been milking that big piece of tissue paper. It's almost gone. I have a little small piece left, so I don't think if you sent me that in Happy Mail, then thank you, but I've had it for a very long time, so I don't know if it was Happy Mail or a gift. That was like some kind of thick felt, you know, flower thing, so it's going on my Easter springy page, because it's Easter springy. I found that little rabbit sticker. It was my children's. They had stuck the stickers to some thing, that was going to be trash. And I was like, I cannot believe these kids just put stickers on anything. When I was a kid, stickers were a sacred item. They were a treasure that you had special albums for, and you traded with your friends for other stickers that you are interested in. You don't just stick stickers on any paper willy-nilly. You have to, it has to be planned and plotted, and there has to be a sacrifice. You have to sacrifice a goat before you use these stickers. That's just the way it is. This is a piece of tissue paper I know somebody sent me. I don't remember who, but thank you. So yeah, this tissue paper is lovely. So anyway, yeah, like my kids, can you just believe they do that with stickers? They don't even say a prayer to the sticker gods like we used to do when we were kids. I mean, my sticker albums were a big stinking deal, okay? They were a big deal. But this fruit tissue paper reminds me of, my grandparents' house. They had a lot of linens that had fruit on it, and, cards and decorations and things that were fruity. Stationery pieces, notepads, whatever. So it reminds me of my childhood, really, because this is what I grew up with, fruit everywhere. So it's all fruit salad to me. I had a big, gigantic piece of heavy linen fabric that that was all covered in like little pieces of fruit. So I called it my fruit salad linen, and it sold. Took a while, but I put that up when I first started my Etsy store, within a couple of months after I'd started it. And I actually just sold the last piece of linen that I had in there. Those are some negative, obviously, feathers, and I decide to keep them. And I don't do anything special with them. I just glue them down right there. But they can be made into something special if you want to get into shakers, or, those are kind of small for shakers, but if you're really an intricate person, you could do that. But these I just put on here because they're cute and they're shiny. They're on some kind of thick metallic cardstock textured stuff that I got a long time ago. I got a whole box of it at a thrift store, and I've just kind of been, I use it only for die cuts because it makes phenomenal die cuts. You'll see someday that I work with some, or when I sell some, I have them in that, a lot in that heavy metallic stuff, because it's so great. Metallic is just so great. So my, keeping up with the trend of saving packaging. So when I reminisce someday in my old age, I'll be like, oh, I remember when the Knorr chicken bouillon cubes looked like that. Or I remember those highlighters and when they, you know, that packaging, because I do remember that. That's from like the early 2000s. So yeah, it might be from the 90s actually. So this is a note. I have a few notes. Some of them I put aside because some of them were Christmassy. So they'll go in my Christmas journal this year. I don't remember. Am I recycling? Do I have more pages in my journal from last year? Is that one going to return? Does anyone remember? Because I don't. I don't remember. I don't think it's going to return now that I think about it. I think there was a lot filled out. So I want to make a tab with this tea bag paper wrapper, but it doesn't end up sticking out very far. I didn't plan it very well for that. So yeah, that's some fun. That card in that pocket that I just moved, that is also from Janet Nash. Jean Bainey put my name in for Janet's giveaway and I won. So this is the second time I've won a giveaway from Janet. And both times I have gotten phenomenal things. So I got some nice I got some nice goodies that have crossed over an ocean just to get to me. I've never even crossed over an ocean before, so, you know, that card has been more places than me. My stapler is my friend. I love it. I love that old swing line. I have 2 or 3 of them that I have collected at thrift stores in the last couple of years. I love my swing line, old swing line staplers. And when I was at Walmart the other day, those freaking staplers are going for $30. I could not believe it. I'm like, holy crap-a-moly. I have 3 of them, and I don't even think I paid $5 for the 3 staplers that I have in there, all swing line. And I got 2 blue ones like that, and I have a newer style teal one that I just had to buy. That is some packaging from a Christmas gift. Actually, it came from Christmas. That's not from Easter, but I really liked the backing of the paper. So luckily it peeled off of that cardboard fairly easy, because usually they tear apart on me. So yeah, this is my nonsensical spring spread. I have my spring flowers, I have my Easter basket packaging, I have some stuff from Defy and that big yellow sun looking flower looking thing, and some bunnies. But other than that, there's, you know, I didn't really go with the theme, but it's Easter in my weird way. So there you go, it's Easter, springy in my in my funky world. So that cool rabbit holding a carrot, he gets to go right there. See, I like to jump around to different spreads that I can add things to, you know, and like this one here, it's just got that tissue paper. I got to put more stuff, and I might not even put more. I might even put more yet someday. You know, who knows the little things I got hidden down in the bottom of that basket that I already forgot I have. Because I'm pretty sure we did a video where we went through that basket not too long ago. Maybe I'm wrong. Can someone let me know if I did that? Because I really don't remember. I might have, or I might have thought of it. If I didn't, I will absolutely make a video going through all that treasure, and we can see what I have and get some inspiration and some ideas on what to do with it. So there's my little, I'm punching holes in everything because I am feeling funky, and everything is going to get some string from my blue Dollar Tree baker's twine looking yarn. My paper punch, the little you know, holder of the scrap pieces keeps breaking open, keeps busting open. I don't know if it's because I'm punching into packaging. It's not just paper, but it was doing it even with paper. Now, I know all you yarn people like, oh, the end is over here, but guess what? I ain't knitting or crocheting with it, so yeah, small pieces of that I'm not too concerned with. And I made these super long because I'm just wild with my long tags. And I know that some people have never strung a tag. I know that I have a lot of new subscribers to my channel. So I want to thank you all for coming. I think I've gotten like 25 new subscribers in the last month. So that one I kind of do slow, and you can see how you string it through the tag and get it to stick out. You can slow the video down to look at it too. Sorry, I'm a big fat head right there. And these I don't want to do anything, so I staple them on, and then the string is just interest. We're going to sew some stuff in here, though, with some string. I love doing that. I love when you're looking at the edges of pages and you can see all the stuff, you know, the art. So this egg nest is going to also become a taggy majigger. That will go in my spring page. My springy Easter, my Malia's Weird Easter page. Because, you know, spring is the time of the eggs. We're getting eggs from some of our chickens. I cannot believe it. Because, like, we have chickens that are going on 7. I think they're 7. They are 7. We got them in 2016. Those are fabric pieces that I got from the lovely Kathy Cowell. She sent me Happy Mail because I subscribed to her channel, which I thought was really sweet. And it was awesome stuff, that fabric. So I wrote what that was. You know, I wrote on the page there. Not like that's an Easter, you know, spread, but that packaging is from Easter, and my stickers from Janet are springy, my spring stickers. So, you know, in an egg in a basket, we did an Easter egg hunt. Oh, here we go. I have a lot of postcards from a friend of mine who belongs to a bunch of postcard groups. So she sends them to me and my daughter, and I love them, and I keep them, and I want to keep them. But I don't know, you know, instead of just tucking them into a pocket. So I found that girl. I'm like, I'm going to use her somewhere. We don't today, but she's cool. We're going to put her someplace. I finally got my spray bottle of water. The bottle I'm using, it's called a continuous spray bottle. I have a link for it down below in my description box. So you can get yourself one. It's only a few dollars. And I love it. I love it for watering my plants. I love it for this, and I love it for my hair. There, I just showed it to you. I love it for my hair. Right now, the bottle I'm using for my hair is a detangler bottle from Dollar Tree, which was my favorite before this one. I had bought a detangler specifically for the bottle. I tried using the detangler on my kids' hair, but it didn't do anything. It just smelled pretty for a few minutes. So anyway, I took the bottle and used that for water, and that's what's in my bathroom right now, because my other bottles are with plants and in my art stuff, and it's just never enough continuous spray bottles. I just love them so much. I have them everywhere. You know, and now I gotta get myself a new one just for my hair. So yeah, I'm just, you know, no particular rhyme or reason to this paintage. I watered it down, and I'm just trying to get every last little bit. There's some flaky booger type things that you can't really tell in the video, but they're there. So when the page dries a little bit, I kind of wipe them off a little, and I get it all over my hand. I got paint everywhere because it's watered down. But you know, I've wasted so much paint in my life by not watering the bottles down. I don't know why I didn't think to do that. So don't forget, you have to, you know, I'm trying to wind my pages to dry them. So I found these pieces of yellow cardstock that was embossed. It was sent to me in Happy Mail. I do not have an embossing folder that makes that cool design. But they're scraps. I used it someplace else, so I'm like, hey, these could be corners. You know, like corner, book corners, you know? So, yeah, anyway, water down your paints when you get to the end, when you think it's all over, because it's still got a lot of life after you water it down. And then as you water it down more, it just gets a little bit lighter, and then that's when you put it on book pages so that the text comes through the paint. It's like the cheap Dollar Tree acrylics or tempera paints that are really, really, really see-through. They're really a translucent paint. I do that on book pages. That's what I use that for the most part, except for some of them, like their neon pink, don't show up at all. Not even a little. Not even on the whitest book page. It doesn't show. So that I'm just like holding for, you know, sentimental purposes, I guess. I'll probably mix it with something else, maybe. I don't know what to do with it. Make it into better paint. So there's my Dollar Tree yarnage. And I decide that instead of just tucking them into a pocket, I am going to make them one with the page. But the paper is very fragile to have this card hanging from it. So I give myself a little bit of slack, and I staple the thread, not the card. So the card's still all floppy bouncy, but it's being secured by that staple, but it's added a little bit of stringy interest on the edge of the page, and, you know, the texture and the fun on the inside spread. So those are my postcards. Sorry, my big fat brain box there, just ruining your day. So I'll add more to that because I know there's more in that basket from her. I just haven't gotten to it yet, you know, because I've kept all the ones she sent me and to my kids. And this is it for my Junktilda spreads. I have now moved on to a phone book because I have all of those page edges from making a bunch of collage bases or masterboards or whatever you want to call them. And Bonnie and Clive here on YouTube, her name is Bonnie, Bonny, and Clive, who is her big fat kitty cat, Clive. She has a channel and she totally creates in the same way with the same everything as I do. So this is what she does with the edges of her pages when she's tearing stuff to make into ephemera or whatnot. So I held on to all of these for my project, and she puts them all in a phone book, and I said, what a great idea, the thin paper from a phone book. So that's what I started doing. And I normally throw these little edge pieces away, but I'm doing this. Next time I will probably use wet glue. I didn't know how it would hold up on the phone book pages, but I really like the look of it being a sealed piece, like my collage base file folders that I glued on are. You'll be seeing those come up in a video of my recent projects. So anyway, yeah, I'm gluing these pieces down. I told myself, I says, you can do this, okay? And you can not throw away these edge scraps, but if you decide to keep them, you will glue them into the phone book as soon as you are done making whatever project. You have to get rid of them right away. You cannot store them. They cannot be stored. I have a box already of little small scrap pieces that is full, and I have nowhere to put little scrap pieces from my desk right now. So it's all got to get used up. Gotta go. So I took all these edges that I had, some with words, I don't care, some without, some are weird shapes, most are just strips, and they're all of different colors. I do like how it comes out. I finished this whole page with some to spare, but the ones I have to spare are all the same color, so I just put it in the book because I'm going to be making more of those masterboards. So don't tell anyone I stored them like that. Anyway, on with our lives now that I got that off my chest. I really like how this looks, though. She made envelopes with hers, and she's done a lot of ephemera things with her phone book and her junk roll. She's the one who I got the junk roll idea from, which we are going to be doing some stuff on the junk roll too, and I think it's going to involve some collage base. I call it collage base. You could call it a masterboard. I call it a masterboard. I call it serendipity paper. But what I was making, they were the bases of what I'm going to turn into tags and cards and whatever. From here on the papers that I just glued book pages onto, just scraps like that, you know, came off of those pages. Those specifically, I will stencil and stamp and whatnot later on. I'm not going to do it now. They're kind of just neutral, and I kind of like working that way. When I make them with the fancy, pretty color scrapbook paper, it seems like whatever I put on it is never right for the project I'm working on. So I'm like, I'll just glue when the project comes up. I will just finish it when the project comes. So right now it's just a bunch of book pages. There are a few that I put napkins on, and I will put napkins on more of them because I really like how the napkins look on there. It really looks like it's a completed thing. And I have an idea for a live stream that's going to require those papers, and some of it we are going to play with the ones that have napkins on them. So yeah, that is like a really long way of saying that's it, man. They're just going to be book pages for right now. There's going to be collage, different varying colors of book pages. They all look exactly like what I'm gluing here, except they're the book page part, not the edge of the paper. A lot of this is from like old textbooks. The really dark pieces, believe it or not, are from Reader's Digests from like the 50s. Maybe, was it the 50s? Whatever it was, the paper they used was really poorly made. So that's why they turned out like that. I think that means that they're not acid free. I think that's the look of the acid. I don't know. But whenever I think of something that isn't acid free, that's what it's like. It's like a coloring book. So it's very brittle, and it's really only good for projects like gluing. So I kept a lot of those pages just for collaging. They don't work as standalone pockets. They're too brittle. They tear too easily. A lot of them, they tear just when you fold them. So yeah, they're good for gluing, and that's it, because the glue will give them a little bit of flexibility as opposed to just being on their own. Now, like, I don't know if the infection can spread to other papers. Does anybody know? Like, it's acid. It's not an acid-free paper, so does that mean it's going to spread all of its acids to the acid-free paper? Is that how that works? Huh? Is that how that goes? I'm gluing this little piece on because I don't like all the lining up ease right there. So there you go. That's my page. And then that I'm all putting on the next page, and we'll see, though they're all like the same color. So when I'm done with this next round, I promise, okay, I promise, you hold me to it. I hope you had fun today. Ta-ta for now.